For me, you kids that are learning about this stuff, something I didn't have as a kid, peptides, they are freaking amazing.
Kids? Really? Did you honestly just say the kids? Dude, seriously, not the kids. Hey, make sure to stay around for this entire video because I'm going to tell you how I was approached by a peptide company, an owner, and offered a 50% stake in a company. And I'll tell you the secret behind how they're actually operating. Hey, welcome back to The Hard Truth. Man, I gotta tell you, this is one that I wasn't planning on doing, but I've had so many people ask me to weigh in on this thing with Michael Hearn. And I have to tell you, I met Mike down at the Battle of the River some years ago, and we talked quite a bit, and I really like the guy. He's a super nice guy. But I really think you're making a mistake when you start talking to kids. Now, having said that, let me just tell you, I'm a 56-year-old guy. And a 30-year-old guy, to me, is a kid. So if Mike is talking to kids, as I say kids, and can be referring to somebody that young, then I get what you're saying. But being a fitness influencer on that level that you're at, man, you can't afford to mix your words up. Peptides are drugs. Bottom line, we all know that. And peptides, I believe, are an easy gateway to steroids. Matter of fact, most people I know that use peptides are using them along with steroids. So when you say kids...
For me, you kids that are learning about this stuff, something I didn't have as a kid.
Man, what are you doing, man? You already know you're one of the beautiful people. Dude, seriously, Mike, I've got no hair, right? I don't sit there and get up in the morning and look perfect in the morning, right? I don't look like you, man. Kids want to look like you. They don't want to look like a 5'8", 300-pound big old toad like I was. They want to look chiseled. They want to look pretty. They want that beach thing that you got going on. Dude, you've got so much charisma and so much selling power that kids are listening. And I'm talking about kids that are young, that are watching your channel.
It is amazing the opportunities that you guys have to stay injury-free, or if you do get injured, to come back from it much better. There's ways to retain your hair.
It's a little late for that.
Better skin.
My skin looks like alligator hide.
Better connective tissue.
I crackle like old furniture in the morning.
Yes, you can also lose fat and you can also build muscle.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Here's what I was alluding to earlier. When you start telling young men, kids as it were, that they are going to lose fat and gain muscle, that's a misnomer when it comes to peptides, because anybody on the inside of the sport knows that nobody is going to be satisfied with the results they're going to get from a cycle of peptides. They don't do what steroids do. Now, the problem you're going to see is young kids are going to get dissatisfied because guys like Mike are telling them that they can do this safely and it's okay. But honestly, what are the effects or the side effects of these peptides? We all know IGF-1-LR3. Well, we know IGF-1-LR3 is associated with liver damage and tumors. So tell me how this is a good thing to promote to kids.
They're the hugest thing right now, but I need you guys to be smart about this.
So now he's saying that he wants you to be smart about this, right? Well, you're talking to kids, and if you're addressing kids, you're addressing people who don't have enough life experience to know that what they're shooting in their body is good or bad. So why in the world would you be addressing kids and tell them to be smart about something? Let me ask you something. Have you thought about going and talking to their parents and asking their parents if this is good for their kids? No, you're just telling kids to be smart about it, like you're unburdening yourself from any responsibility for these kids hurting themselves by using peptides. I find this incredibly irresponsible, and I truly think Mike's making a huge mistake.
And work with a company that is guaranteed to bring you the real stuff, because I don't want you going on the internet and finding some fake stuff. Talk to Transcend.
Can you hear the concern in his voice for you? For goodness sakes, don't get on the internet and just buy anything. Go to my friends at Transcend, and you're going to be guaranteed to get the good stuff. All of these companies are skirting around laws to get you this stuff. Do you understand that? They're all skirting laws. This place is, as well as every other place does. They always are having to figure out a way to get through the gray areas so they can keep pumping out this stuff and making money. Now, this company is set up as some sort of teledoc type thing, and this is the way they've skirted around it. But let me tell you the story I told you I was going to tell you at the beginning, and that is this. I was offered a 50% stake in a company that was a peptide company. And this company came to me and said, hey, man, we want you to be our spokesman. We're going to offer you 50% stake. Here's how we do it. And I got to know this guy pretty well. And he had 12 different websites out there all over the internet. And every one of them, he worked on all of the stuff to make sure that Google brought it up. And all of this stuff was just really tied in tightly, right? But all 12 of these peptide sites were all funneled down to one order batch. Yep. Everything was coming down to one company, and one company was providing for 12 different websites that were John Doe Peptides, Frank's Peptides, Joe's Peptides, whatever the names were, they were all being funneled down to this one company. And guess where this one company got all of their stuff from? You guessed it, China. So do I believe that Transcend is getting their stuff made here? I don't know. But I bet Mike doesn't know either. Have you ever been into the lab to find out where the stuff's coming from? You have no idea if this stuff is legit, your trusted source, and spare us all of the fake concern. Oh my God. All we needed was a tear because we don't want you to get bad stuff.
My link is right here for you guys to get a hold of Transcend and talk to them about the possibilities for better skin, fat loss, building muscle, retaining your hair, and so much more. And this is, again, like I said, an opportunity I didn't have as a youngster. So think about how much better you guys will be than I ever could be. Have a great day today. Let's get back to the show.
Well, lastly, he wants you to use his link. I'm pretty sure his link is probably got some sort of code to it that lets the people know this came through Mike's group of people and we need to pay Mike 15 or 20% or whatever he's getting for all of this stuff. Don't fall for the fake concern, right? You know for a fact somebody's making money. Yep, that's what this is all about. It's all about the money. Make no mistake about it. That's the way it works in bodybuilding. Everybody is trying to make the big dollar bill. That's all this is about. So let me help you with something. Don't listen to any of them. They're all drug pushers. Guys, I'm going to ask you, please share this video. Every time I ask, it just blows up and does really well. But I believe this one's really important because there are so many kids that are being sucked into this peptide lie. And they're taking all kinds of peptides. And we don't know the long-term effects of any of it. So I'm asking you to please get this video out, share it, like it, comment on it. When you do those things, the algorithm picks it up. And we're already challenged on this channel because of our stand on God. So if you will please share this video, like it, talk about it. Let's see what happens, but understand something. Don't fall for it. You are now informed, and you're too smart for that. We'll see you next week.